Hello, everybody. Greetings, greetings. I hope that I'm live. Oh, yep, it's a bit tricky. Okay, we are live. All right. So, greetings, everybody. How are you doing? I've just been in the office and I've just been compelled to come on here and share some Arcturian angelic energies, messages, reminders for you, because as I was taking into the energies, which I do pretty much on a daily basis, there has been so much craziness happening in January. We're only a little bit partway through, and it felt to me, the energetics, it felt yesterday especially, that a lot of people had been jolted off their path, distracted by a lot of things. There's a lot of outside noise at the moment, and so I'm here with my team, the Arcturians and the Angelics, and we want to just help you snap back into your path, into your mission, back into yourself, because there is a need to do this. And so some of what we're going to share with you, you may have heard already. Some of it may be a little bit different, but it may not be too long, this live stream, hopefully. But it's just to snap you back in, because we saw already the crazy stuff happening around the world. There's a big energy happening today. There's been online things. Lots of people got very upset yesterday around certain media platforms and changes. And, I wrote a post as well about needing to adapt to change. Anyway, it just made me realize that we have a long way to go for humanity to remember the power that they have. So if you're watching me, you're probably someone that tunes into these kinds of messages. So you're going to know that you're here on this path, that you're here to really bring in some new energies, right? You are here, you're here in a higher consciousness. So I wanted to really just see what wanted to come through. But what I wanted to do is explain to you how I'm actually seeing it in the energetics, because it really helped me when I was able to see it, and it sort of jolts you back into what is important. So this is really to remind you, with a bit of lightness, that we're on this crazy planet. We chose to come down onto this planet during this very momentous time. We could have come at any other point in time. We've chosen to be here now. So if you're here and you're listening, you're here very, very deliberately. And we've got to remember not to get so hooked into what's unfolding. Not saying not to feel it, not saying, that you shouldn't feel emotions, or, react, or, feel that response in your body. But it's so important to be able to zoom out and remember the point. Remember that we're here to actually break out of these systems and structures. And the way that I tapped into this, it was probably a few months ago, and I was able to, because I'm seeing a lot more with the clearing sessions I've been doing. I'm seeing a lot with my third eye now in a way I couldn't. And what I saw, which is what I want to share with you, is that imagine on the planet we've got these, pop-up things on Facebook. We've got these structures, right? So imagine, the way I'll describe it is domes, like domes built over certain structures. And what it does is it seals the human off into thinking that what they're tapped into is everything, is the actual real reality, and it isn't. Just imagine you've got this dome placed over you. Imagine that it's got like a fake sky, and that you can see this sky. And I'm looking out the window there, and it's completely grey, completely white sky. I'm here in sort of London area in the UK, and the sky is just white. It's not a real, it's not the real sky, obviously. It's manipulation of all kinds. But we've got to remember that there's things placed over us that we can only see what they're showing us. So we've got to see beyond. And there's a whole level beyond these kind of domes. They're energetic domes, but I'm just calling them domes so you understand. So you can imagine that we have, let's say they've placed a dome over our food. So we're looking and we're seeing, oh, we're going to the supermarket and these are the food choices that we have. And actually, that's all artificial bullshit, right? It's all fake products. It's not even food, most of it. Start looking at the ingredients list and you can start to reel off, and you can't even pronounce half of them. They're processed, packaged, put together, shaped into food, and it's like slop. You're giving it to the slaves. And so what we're doing, a lot of us now are starting to break out of that dome. We're breaking out of the food matrix, right? So a lot of us are starting to feel that pull. We don't want to eat the way that we used to. We've got different preferences. We're starting to regain our energy now. I certainly am, with making certain food choices. Imagine we've got a dome over here over education. So we've got, the systems that have taught us through our educational years, how to obey, how to take orders, how to line up straight and behave ourselves and not question authority. And then again, a lot of us are finding that there is a new movement now coming through where more and more are stepping out of that system. It's not, dismissing education, but it's coming out of the control mechanisms and the indoctrination. So we're seeing all this chaos, right, in food, we're seeing this chaos in education, we've got the same with financial systems, we've got this big dome placed over us, and we're taught that in order to survive on this planet, especially in this part of the world, we have to go, we have to trade our time for money, and we have to do what we're told, again, like school, and we have to get up and pay the bills and pay rent or mortgages or whatever you've got, and keep churning yourself out into this world of work that you hate, and you're just exhausted, and you're recovering at the weekend just to go in and do it all again. Again, there's a movement away from that. People are stepping out of that, and they're stepping out into creating more abundance for themselves, creating more wealth, more money flow for themselves, getting into a completely different frequency. Just on that one, as I was in there today, I have a membership if you're interested in that aspect, higher frequency money, which is all about unplugging you from all of the matrix rubbish around money, wealth, abundance, and healing this relationship with money. I'll talk more about that another time, but if you're interested, check out theawakerevolution.com, and then you'll find my membership on there, Higher Frequency Money Club. But there's a need, right, to heal ourselves in this area and to come out of all of the ways that we knew. We're being challenged in every area of our life, right? So you can apply the same to our government systems, political systems, legal systems, every single structure, healthcare, obviously, what we call health and, support in that area is not the way that we've been shown. So we have all of these structures, and we've got all of these fake um, things happening. Now, what is happening over that is that our energy is going into all of these structures, right? And we know this and we're breaking out of it. But my reminder to you, and our reminder to you, is to remind you that your job, your mission, your role is to start to see beyond these structures. We know that you can. It's just sometimes that you may find yourself drifting off. You may find yourself forgetting. You may find yourself being caught up in the drama, in what you're seeing in your community or whatever part of the world you're in. And again, we are sending you so much love on that. We're not saying not to feel anything or deny the existence, but we've got to be able to see what's happening and then look over the fence at the same time and see beyond and see right down over there, over the horizon, where we're actually going to be creating new structures. So this year, 2025, I haven't done an energy video yet. I'm debating whether or not to, but it's just the energy is feeling so chaotic. It's a chaotic energy for 2025. It's not going to slow down anytime soon, but don't let that put you into fear. Actually rise to the occasion. And I want to remind you that, again, you chose to be here. You chose to be here. I chose to be here. It doesn't make sense if we start crying about stuff. I don't mean emotional, I just mean crying and moaning about the state of the world, when it's exactly the reason we came into this planet at a precise moment in history. It doesn't make sense. So this is just a snap you back, snap you back, snap you back into a remembrance of what you're doing here. We have rolled up our sleeves. We've come into this planet at a very crazy, intense time. We came just at the tipping point where humans are starting to come out of these structures. There's a lot of chaos, there's a lot of fear, because humans don't know what's next. They don't like it when things change. Look at yesterday, TikTok, right? Temporarily, people were thrown off TikTok, I think it was the US, I don't know if it's anywhere else. But this created massive emotional responses in people. And this was just an online platform. And I know that people obviously built communities and businesses on there, but we've got to be able to come out of the fear, because this is going to happen a lot. We're going to think we're going over here, and then we're going to go over here. So I guess we're just me, and it's very Arcturian at the moment, this energy. I channeled the Arcturians and the Angelics, but this message really feels very Arcturian. It's very focused. It's very much about get things done, get moving, get focused, and to remind you that, yeah, this is why we're here. This is why we're here. We came at this pivotal point where it's chaos, and it's going to get it's going to get chaotic because, again, humans like to know where they're going, and they're very uncomfortable with not having a safety net. And the reason is because they've been, and we've been programmed so much to have this slave mentality. Nobody likes to feel that. Nobody likes to really look at that and admit it, but it's true. There's this slave mentality. We're looking outside of ourselves for the answers. We're looking outside of ourselves, for what next. And we've got to remember that we're here to create it. We're here to create it. We're here to bring through. Some of us are here to bring through our original work. Some of us are here to bring through codings, frequencies for the planet. Some of you are literally just being here present and holding an immense amount of light inside of you. You may not be in any healing jobs or work, but you are here. You are here, and you're healing. You're helping the planet. A lot of you are doing a lot of different things. So know that this is why we're here. And again, you've probably heard all of this before, what I've shared, but it's just necessary sometimes to have a reminder, a little bit of a wake up, especially on a Monday, to get you tapped into what is your focus. So just a little reflection for you. What is your current focus? It doesn't have to be for the rest of your life or the next 10 years, just this week. What is your focus? Like, streamline, get focused into what is important for you. Is it to do the healing thing? Is it to take a break? Is it to move forward? Is it to show up in some way, to create something, to tweak your health and fitness, to heal a relationship, to get activated in some way? Always brilliant. What's your focus? Just break it down. And the reason that's important to break it down is because there's so much chaotic energy, as I said, and we can be pulled. So energetically, you're going to find that you're going to be pulled very much. There's something happening online with the energetics as well, that it's pulling at people a lot more. So I'm just getting that in, and I've experienced this myself, that you may find, some of you, that it's a lot harder at the moment to pull yourself away from devices and social media. The reason is there is an algorithm change. There is a higher capacity now with AI and technological advancements, they're saying. So what you will feel is that there is more of a hook, and it's going to pull you in. So many of you are finding that you are spending a lot more time scrolling, consuming, and so we invite you to become aware of this. Make a conscious decision and an effort to put your devices down, step away, get yourself into some fresh air or a break at least, and give your eyes a break, your heart, your minds a break from some of the unfoldings, so that you can breathe and you can receive some information. You are all being guided. If you are tuning into this message, you are tuning into a very specific frequency here. So you are one who is absolutely guided. Even if you think this is not so, you are guided, you have an immense amount of support around you. And so it is very important now for you to start to listen and to start to receive the impulses, the next steps. There is a lot of communication happening right now between you and your teams. And so you are being supported, because the energies out here in the world are very, they're very chaotic is the word that they keep using, chaotic. So they're pulling, and they're destabilizing people, they're confusing people, diminishing your power. So we just got to remember that. So I don't know even if any of that made sense. It just kind of came out all at once. It was very strong energy in me just to just beam that to you, for you to receive in whichever way resonates, and to activate some strength, right? Resilience and courage. It's going to be okay. We're going to see a lot of movement this year. We're going to have a lot of choices and decisions again. Staying out of fear. Staying out of fear. The best way to stay out of fear is to remember that you deliberately came at this time. When I do that personally, I feel like I can get into a sense of humor about a lot of things. I feel like I can tap into a lot more lightness. And believe me, I go deep into things. I look at things, I feel everything, but I can still feel, when I do that, I can tap into the humor, the funny aspect of the fact that we chose to be here because we're a little bit crazy. We didn't want to miss out, is what I'm always told. We can come in at any point, of course, but if we didn't come at this messy point, this transition, there would have been a whole experience we would have missed out on. And our souls did not want to do that. Our souls wanted to very much be part of this insanity here on the planet. So I hope that you feel a little bit lighter, maybe just receiving some of that, some of those reminders, not to take it so seriously, even though it is, of course, there is a serious element on the planet. But really, when you're tapped into a higher frequency, we don't need to worry. For example, the Arcturians in the angelic realm, they do not look down on this planet and think, oh my God, we're so worried about the humans. What's going to happen? What's going to happen? They know, they understand that we're on this ascension path and we're growing, we're evolving. Humans are doing that. And so many of us chose to be here to assist that. So just know that everything's okay. Everything's okay. If you have experienced a massive loss, there were fires, there's been upheaval. If you are in that part of the world and you've experienced massive loss, I send you and we send you so much love and compassion. And we're not taking away from that experience, but we're saying that there is more to the story, there is more unfolding. And the more we can stay light, the more we can have trust in that, even if we lose things, even if things, feel very heavy and restricted, there is always more outside of that. Just we've got to break through sometimes. And a lot of people are having awakenings through some challenge. So that may be just part of some people's journey, and I definitely, my own awakening, I've had several. They've often been through very, very challenging, painful periods, where it didn't feel good in the moment, but afterwards I realised what that was teaching. So there's a lot in this human experience, but we're going to be okay. It's all going to be okay. It's going in the right direction. It's going to plan. There are more of us than there have ever been on this planet all at once, focused in the same way, holding this light. We are all connected, even if we've never met in the physical. You're not alone. All right, so that is all. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna hop off now. But I want to send you so much love to remind you that there's a lot going on and everything's okay. So just take a breath, switch off if you need to, go do something fun, watch something silly or enjoyable, have some pleasant experiences for yourself. That's what's going to sustain your mission. And of course, if you want assistance in any way, you can always check out, I usually share something, but you can always check out theawakerevolution.com is my website. I've got posts all over my timeline if you're here on Facebook that you can check out. But if you're somewhere else, you can go onto the website, and I've got lots of different ways of clearing, healing, activating, guidance, strategy, all the good stuff. So yeah, I'm definitely here to assist you on that. And I send you so much love. So that is it. That's kind of a short live stream for me because I can go a lot longer. So I hope that was, I hope you received whatever you needed to receive, or just some reminders. All right, so take care, and I shall be here very soon, and lots of love.